Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Manchester City have just drawn 2-2 away at Anfield. Of course, this is the Fan View Live where you guys, if you are patrons or members, can jump on and have a chat with me if you see fit, if you want to. Don't forget, you'll find the link if you're a member over on the community tab. Excuse me. Or you can find, of course, as well on patreon.com/esteem company if you want to have a chat. I just saw a tweet that really made me laugh. A United fan saying, "Oh, that's a great result for us." And like someone said, "You watch that football and you think you're in a title race," which is a very good point. The level today we saw Man City and Liverpool in general. It's a different level, lads. You're not even close to that conversation right now. Please don't prove me wrong in a month. But either way, that was a bizarre game of football. And you, if you want to have a chat with me, you can join over on StreamYard. There's a link in those places or over in the Slack group as well. But it's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about this and see what you guys think about the game. It'd be good, so don't forget if you are a member or a patron, it'd be good to see some of you and some of your friendly faces so we can chat about football and chat about Manchester City and chat about that, which was genuinely, to be honest, let's just really, really be honest with this. That was just a cracking game of football. It was frustrating because it was definitely stuff where we should have done better and we definitely should have been playing against 10 men, but that was just a fucking good game of football, and sometimes that's all you can genuinely say in this kind of situation because it really was that good. I've got to agree as well, by the way, with Fry Tofu, which is just a great name, by the way, just saying on the super chat, let me jump over to it, just saying, Foden's so good, and he is indeed, as simple as that, mate. Big love for the super chat, and you're absolutely spot on. But I'm going to go over now to the StreamYard, because I've got the first guest. It is, oops, I'm on the wrong page there. There we go. On to Sam. Sam, how you doing, mate? You good? You well?
Not too bad, man. I'm all right. A bit tired.
What time is it over? What time is it?
5:20 almost now, a.m. in the morning. So
like I love football, but I don't know why you even bother doing this, man. It's 5:20 a.m. Just fuck it off and watch something else.
We're still in lockdown, bro. So there's literally nothing else left to do.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, you just there, but at least
we
you got,
like one more week left.
1 more week.
4 months. Yeah.
Oh my god, mate. Hopefully life gets a little bit better for you guys over there. I mean, hopefully life is as good for you as that game of football was for the neutral, I guess, if that makes any sense, because that was good. It's a good game, man, wasn't it? Well, how did you feel about that
was a great
overall?
game.
What's your take after a full time?
My main take is Salah is just fucking incredible. Like he's truly special. I feel like he'll kind of be like go around like Aguero, just not get recognized as much as he should be because he's like a fucking insane player. And it's like one of those players you can just marvel watching, and it's insane. But I think the second thing is just the refs. That was some of the worst refereeing quality I've seen since like us versing Liverpool in 2019. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, he was. The referee was poor. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt. He's off, isn't he, Milner? He's off. I mean, does it? Are you a believer of like what goes around comes around and it all cancels itself out, or do you not really buy into that?
I'm sorry, it's distracted like a spider or something on my wall. I'm trying to figure out.
It's only a spider. You're in Australia, mate.
Anyway, sorry.
It's not a dangerous one, is it?
Yeah.
Are you alive, Sam? Has the spider got you? His internet's gone. I think Sam's been murdered by a spider. Sam, you've either disappeared. Sam's owned by the spider now, I think, unfortunately. Yeah, I think the huntsman's got him. Hopefully it's not. I hope he's literally not dead. That'd be awful. Are you there, mate? You still there? No, he's buffering now. Rest in peace in the chat. F for Sam in the chat. The spot. Oh, okay. Well, that's bad. Sam's gone. I'll jump back over here. And if you come back on, Sam, let me know. Oh, he's joined again in a different way. I'll get him again. I'll go back to him. Hey, you're back now. What happened, man? What happened there?
I'm gonna blame my girlfriend. She's sitting in my bed, she's freaking out about the spider. So,
okay.
Yeah,
that's her role. To be fair, you got to sort it out, man. You do it after this, of course, but keep an eye on the spider.
Yeah, nah, it's all good.
No,
Should be right.
I'll tell you who's spidery, by the way. Fucking Bernardo Silva. How good was he today? Like,
mate, what did he take this morning? He was drilling everywhere. He was like Neymar today.
Is he our best player right now, Bernardo? Is he our most important player?
His miles clear of everyone else. His miles clear. Like Cancelo does this stuff where he plays incredibly for like 20, 30 minutes, and it's just something stupid as fuck. And then, but Bernardo's just been so consistent. He's had one poor game against Southampton, but apart from that, he's been incredible.
No, honestly,
and Rodri as well. I think Rodri and Bernardo have been our best players all season.
Rodri is really answering critics, isn't he? Like, he really
I'm,
is. I
I'm
know,
loving him.
obviously.
I've loved Rodri since he came here. I've loved watching him get that confidence. You spoke about it today that he just looks like he has something in him now, and he does. You can tell. Like he literally plays like Busquets in his prime, and he doesn't really get any respect for it. So,
I mean, that block as well on the line, that kind of stuff can.
oh mate, from Cancelo, that was stunning.
Oh no, I'm on about the Rodri one where it was Rodri, wasn't it, on the line from Fabinho?
Was that
shot.
Rodri or
It
Cancelo
was
on the
Rodri.
line?
The Rodri, it was
Oh,
Rodri's shot on Fabinho, yeah. Which is once again, I mean, you thought he played well, you didn't even know he did that. So like that was Rodri.
I thought I was Cancelo the whole time. Jesus.
No,
No, that was an incredible block. Like the recovery time to even get there, and like that pace. I didn't know he had that pace.
Oh, it was immense, wasn't it? Like, it genuinely, like big legs came out of nowhere. And I think we probably underestimate how big those little moments can be, you know, in general.
He's like 6 foot. He's like 6'4". He can just throw his legs everywhere.
He's a big guy, isn't he? How do you feel about this week overall now? Because obviously we've got
I'm pretty happy. I don't care about the PSG result too much. It's not that big of a deal to me. And Chelsea we beat very well. I think Liverpool. You could look at it in a few ways. I think both teams were lucky to come away the way they did, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool weren't good enough, but they were clinical enough, and we just weren't clinical enough, but we were good enough. So I think it kind of evens itself out. Like XG had it basically at 1 goal for each club, so it was pretty even, and it was a pretty even game. But I think that's mostly due to literally them having another player in the field in the form of referees, which didn't really help the game. I'm not really one to blame referees usually. It's not really what I do, but that was pretty poor. But I'm pretty happy for week 4 points. If you told me 4 points from Liverpool and Chelsea, I'll be ecstatic. It's all away games. If we just win our games against them at home, we'll win the league. It's pretty simple.
I keep forgetting. Sorry, on screen, but I keep going through the tabs, forgetting I can't change the tabs because it'll change from StreamYard. That's my bad. That let me just move a tab over here. So I keep forgetting I can do that. So you might have just seen me sending a DM to someone there via Twitter, but I was inviting a mate onto the stream if they wanted to. Apologies for that, but no, you're right. The general mood of that, I think that was really impressive. I mean, like, that's all you can do this week, isn't it, man? Like, how do you feel about, obviously, I mean, is there any frustration for you about the fact that we didn't win this today? Because we probably should have won this today, if we're being honest. I mean, how are you at with the striker situation, personally?
I want Haaland. I would have been happy getting someone like Andre Silva in as well. I think he's a great striker, something like that. But nothing like that happened. I never wanted Kane. I'm pretty similar to you in that. I just really wanted Haaland, but I'm not going to complain about it because we're blessed with so many players and everything going around us. You can't really complain too much. But having a striker that's actually clinical would be great. I just would have rather kept Aguero for another year since we didn't have any striker anyway. Because Delap's also injured as well.
To be honest, he's
he probably wouldn't.
He's still injured. He's not played for Barca, has he?
I think even Delap might even get a game for us right now if he wasn't injured.
That's the frustrating thing for me with Delap is that I feel like he just would have got a chance simply because he has to get a chance.
This would have been his time to actually shine, 100%. And then he's like, obviously can't do it.
No, he's like, and once again, because I was at the game the other day when he got injured once again. I don't know what happened there, but he did get injured again, which is it's just a shame because we know in preseason he would have played, and we know he probably would have even played in the Community Shield. He might have genuinely started that game in the Community Shield if he'd been fit.
It's not like his knees or anything, is it?
I don't know. In this one, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with this one. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a long-term problem. I think it's just right now he's going for a little bit of a patch. Young players do it every now and then. They have like an injury. It just happens because they're growing, aren't they? Stuff and so. And it could also just be he's a physical player. So I don't know what's wrong with him right now. I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. He's not involved in the EDS right now either. So he's definitely.
He's great. Like watch a bunch of EDS games. He's a special talent, and I just love to see him like properly play.
No, he really is, man. He really is. Sam, so overall at the start of the season so far, we're at, I wouldn't say it's a mid-season report card because it's not even that. It's like we're like a quarter of the way through the season. If that, are we even a quarter way through the season right now?
Not even like
played 7, a fifth maybe.
We've played like 11 games altogether in all comps.
Yeah. So how are you feeling so far with the start of the season then?
Guardiola tends to, if every season is in, start the season a bit slowly. But if he kind of figures out what he wants, like 15, 16 games into it, and he sorts it out and just clears it. So as long as we're not too far down, which we're not, I'm pretty confident we'll win probably the league and like a league cup at least. That's like the bare minimum these days. It feels like.
Yeah.
So but yeah, obviously I'm just happy like winning any type of silver. I don't no pressure on like that Guardiola, in my opinion, to win like a Champions League, win a quadruple every year. It's beyond stupid.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy with how it is. I'm happy how it's going. We've had the hardest fixture list in the league, I'd say, apart from Norwich.
Yeah.
They've just been fucked over. Jesus Christ. But
it's about to be United, by the way. You see their fixtures. Their fixtures are ridiculous.
yeah. But
they got insane
shit, so
run of games. Yeah, but it's like that's going to be. They're playing poorly as it is anyway, and then.
But I just hope I don't sack Oli. I just love watching him. He's so horrible.
No, he'll have a big result somewhere, and then he'll be fine. That's how he works. He always pulls something out.
Like, how do you have reactionary fans in the world? It's stupid.
United have got Leicester, Liverpool, Spurs, City, Watford, and Chelsea, then Arsenal. That's the next league games. That's just.
I was watching the Leicester game. They bottled it before the City game to Crystal Palace. They had a 2-0 lead and they blew it.
Yeah, Leicester are in a bit of poor form at the moment, aren't they? So I think they're missing for far.
Yeah, they're not great right now. But Iheanacho scored. He's been my favourite player like ever. Loved that man.
Fucking love him.
Yeah, it's good to see him going well.
He should be playing more, actually. He should be playing more. And
he's incredible for them. Yeah, not even playing Daka, which he's also an incredible striker. Scoring just as many goals as Salzburg as Haaland was when he was there.
It's just because of Vardy's still quality, isn't he? That's the thing is, so that he's not slowing down as much yet. But either way, Sam, thank you so much for today.
All good, bro. Have a good one, man.
Catch you in a bit. Yeah. See you later, mate. Bye-bye. Don't forget, guys, if you want to have a chat, you can join. There's a link over on StreamYard, over on Patreon or YouTube. For now, though, I'll chat away to some of you guys in the chat and get your comments up on screen and so on. But don't forget, members or patrons can come and chat as well if you want to. If not, do you know what? It was an exhausting time, and I know it's very late across around the world, so everyone might not be up for it tonight, and that's sort of fine as well. But I will have a chat with some of you if you are in the mood for it. So just let me know, of course. And come have your say. It's always good after a game like that. But either way, I'll get to some of your comments. That Foden goal reminded me of Sadio goal versus Liverpool. Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Absolutely agree with that, Robert Robinson. It was wonderful. I'm positive. I'm very positive. Edward's asking me to be positive, but I am. You can't have a week like that and not be. Obviously, there were some frustrations here and there, and I'm not naive enough to think that it was a perfect performance. But overall, the result was good. The week has been good. Manchester City have been good, and what more can you ask for than that, man? What more can you ask for? Sometimes you just got to give the players the credit that they deserve, and that was a good performance. I was impressed overall, man. I was impressed. It was just a good performance, and it is enough for me. It was absolutely enough for me. Everything can't be perfect all the time, but that was pretty much as close as it could get this week. Really, it's a big ask, and you could replay that week and lose all 3 games. You could replay that game and win more. But either way, all I know right now is that it's gone really, really well for us, guys. By the way, I need 3 more subs. 3 more subs to get to 58,300. And let's get me there, as you can see there alongside me. That would be really, really appreciated. 3 more subs. But either way, that was a decent. Do you know what? It's been a fantastic week. Let's not downplay it. It's been a fantastic week, and I'm very, very happy about that. Ash as well saying that was an excellent performance. I agree, man. And do you know what? Yeah, Liverpool are a quality side as well. I think Manchester City are a more organised side. I think Manchester City are a more refined side, but Liverpool have that little bit of extra quality up front. The thing is, you don't have to be as good as Manchester City all over the pitch to win a lot of games and win titles. Sometimes you can have a world-class striker like Salah, and he can win your games on his own, which is, I feel like we're lacking a little bit of that. So we have to we are incredibly good. We're incredibly good, but I feel like the one thing we lack, obviously, is that, Liverpool have got something that we haven't, and it's Salah. Salah and Mane, who can score goals out of nothing. And we obviously have a bit of brilliance ourselves in front of goal, but it's not to that same extent. So where previously we would have had Aguero and we would have walked games like this, Aguero at his very best, and we romped that game today, actually. We romp it, and it's easy, man. But today, unfortunately, we didn't have it. Ash, what are you saying, Ash? Let's go to the super chat screen. Ash saying Bernardo's new role is working as a dream. Bernardo right now, man, Bernardo is absolutely on fire. Bernardo is the dream. Bernardo, there's a big argument to say Bernardo right now is our most important player. Ash, 19 months as a member, Ash, you fucking legend, man. That's ridiculous. Thank you so much, Ash. One of the OGs, Ash. You are genuinely a legend. Don't forget, Ash, as well, if you're a member, mate, if you want to have a chat, come and jump on. Have a chat with me. There's a StreamYard link on the community tab. Go into the community tab, Ash, and you can have a chat with me if you want to, man. If you want to. If not, don't worry about it. But either way, yeah, Bernardo is absolutely on fire right now. What more can be said about him? I'm so happy for Rodri. I'm so happy for Rodri as well. Honestly, he's immense. He's getting better and better and better. He's really proving people wrong. He's been writing him off. Plodry at one point. I tell you what, that performance today, strong, powerful, composed, and obviously the block on the line as well. In a really difficult week against world-class players, Manchester City have answered an awful lot of questions and shown that we are up for it this season. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that the players were ready for it and that they really wanted to do well today. And that's what we got. That's what we got. And I'm very, very happy about that. You know, what more could we possibly ask for? Yuvraj, he says, I'm a Liverpool fan. It was a good game of football. 2 good players and managers. Yeah, do you know what, mate? It was a good game of football. I can't deny that. I kind of wish City, I feel like City could have won that on another day, but I can't deny that that was an excellent game of football. On Malemo, man. How you doing, man? That was fire and a crying emoji. If you want to have a chat on Malemo, let me on. Jump on, man. Jump onto the Fan View Live. There's a link over on the YouTube community tab. It should be there. Let me just double check it is there. I'm pretty certain it is. But that was a big week. And I think the City fans should be happy about that. I think Guardiola's going to be happy about that. I think, in general, we should be genuinely happy with what we've just seen from Manchester City. It was impressive. It was genuinely impressive this week. Not perfect. Things aren't always perfect, but we more than answered the questions. Mark, what a game indeed, mate. What a game indeed, Mark Boonton. Genuinely. Yeah, KDB right now isn't at his very best. I think that's fine. I think he's we want him to be his best, but, you know... but Michelage obviously is massively exaggerating. He said he should go to the MLS or something. That's a bit harsh, mate. You know, let him find a bit of fun before dumping him off to the MLS already. He's still Kevin De Bruyne. He's still capable of passes that most of our team isn't even capable of. Actually, he's still probably our most creative player. He still creates loads of chances for us, even if he's not at his best yet. But either way, some people are very quick to dump a legend there, aren't they? He definitely doesn't deserve that. He definitely doesn't deserve it at all. He was all right. He was a bit poor here and there, but either way. But guys, it looks like no one else wants to jump on for the Fan View Live, which is a bit of a shame. So that's how it is. I'll have an early night. But thank you to Sam as well. But if anyone else to jump on the next couple of minutes, members and patrons, you can find the link over on patreon.com/esteem company, or you can find it over here, and I'll show you where it is. If you remember watching right now, I'll show you how to find it. I'll go on to, I'll give you a little guide now. So if you remember, you go over here and you you click this community tab, and you'll see it here. You'll find it there. That's the link right there. So I'll show you now. You'll find the link there. So on the community tab, this is the link here, the StreamYard one in the middle. This one here, you click that, and you can come have a chat with me if you want to. So, yeah, that's where members can come and find it if they see so fit. No worries if not, of course. I absolutely understand if no one's in the mood for it today. Oh, Ash is there. I'll get Ash on now for a sec, which is good to see. Let me bring him into the chat. So 1 second. Ash. Here we go, man. How you doing? Good to see you. You all right?
Hello there, Stephen. Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm tired, a bit hungover today, actually. So this is like taking a lot out of me emotionally, this game, man. But I'm relieved, actually. Is that a fair thing to say after this week? That I'm relieved?
Yeah, no, it's been a tough week, hasn't it? Tough week, Chelsea away, and that was a fantastic game. We played so well. PSG, just one of those where it didn't fall our way. But today it was a great game. I thought the first half we played ever so well. And for the first time, perhaps in years, KDB seemed to be the weakest link. The ball was coming to him, and he wasn't.
I don't like that, man. I don't like it. It's like time passing. It makes you feel old, doesn't it? It's like
no, absolutely. But no, Phil, genius, absolutely. What a game. He had Milner on toast. They were scared stiff of him. And Bernardo, that piece of skill in that first half. 4 men, 5 men, wherever, he's going this way, he's going that way. You sort of blinked your eyes and you thought, oh, David's back. He's back. David's back.
The thing is about that little Bernardo thing was as brilliant as what Salah did. You know, obviously didn't end with a goal, but it was that. No.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You know, in terms of skill, I mean, in terms of skill, he's not going to score from there, obviously, but the bit of skill, drinking past loads of players, it was immense. You know, it was. But he's
absolutely.
is he back to his very best now, Bernardo? Like, has he got found the 18-19 form?
I think so, and I think this sort of role, this sort of deeper role with Rodri knocking about, that's working really well. I mean, that's Guardiola, isn't it? You know, he's looking at right, where shall I have him? Where shall I have him? And you know, you got Rodri, and then you got Bernardo sort of patrolling just ahead, and KDB and Foden and whatnot can do wherever they want. So I think that's working really well, and his form has been immense this last couple of weeks.
And likewise, alongside him, Rodri, that's a partnership, isn't it? You know, you sense something that works together. That's a partnership, and that you can sense that they feel that they trust each other, can't they?
Yes, absolutely. And Rodri's come on bags, you know, because when he first started, Fernandinho light and sort of quick enough, is he responding fast enough? But that block was just great. Absolutely great. And
breathtaking.
Fabinho looked so surprised. Like, the ball should be in the net. What's going on? It should be there. But
he did nothing wrong, Fabinho, did he? Like he had loads of time in theory. It was just reaction speed is ridiculous. Like, what can you do if you're Fabinho there? I mean, maybe first time, but
absolutely.
You don't blame him.
Absolutely. No, and I thought Sterling came on, and you know, again, his pace and his sort of directness that was working well. Sometimes you just have a pot shot on your left foot. Just do it. You never know. Just do it. Yeah.
Kev did that as well at one point where he tried to cross it, and I always think like, I'm not a good footballer, I'll be honest, but I used to score plenty in five-a-side from just swinging at it. Like, and I know obviously the level is obviously a lot higher, so the keepers are better. But I still think professional footballers should be able to use their swinger of a foot and just wallop it at the goal, just hit it really hard and see what happens. And it does frustrate me when they cut back so often. Everyone does it though, don't they? I don't know why.
Yeah, no, and you know that Kevin's goal. See, Walker's role in that. He was in our box when that move started. And he just pelted it.
Brilliant.
He pelted it, and he got in Robertson's way. Robertson, there's one man I dislike just immensely. I don't know whatever level is that Robertson. Oh God! So I'm really pleased our goal went in. And then I was waiting for VAR. I thought, bloody hell, VAR! Here we go. Sterling's on the floor. Something's going to happen. But there we go. They gave it to us.
Yeah. It was, but yeah, Walker. Go for it, mate.
Sorry, and Milner. You know, I loved him when he played for us, but he should never have been on the pitch. You know, it's as simple as that. Just you know, and then you sometimes think, you know, where's VAR when it's supposed to sort of come in and do something useful? But there we go.
That was, I mean, I think the only thing is because they can't award a yellow, can they, or something, which is stupid. I don't get that for what it's worth. I mean, I don't get it. If it's there, like, why not be able to do that? I mean, especially when it's going to lead to a red card.
Yeah.
I don't see any logical reason why that can. It's changes the game. Like, if it's just to give a yellow card first time, sure, but if that's a red card incident. So I don't understand why they don't look at that, because if you're on a yellow, it becomes a red card incident. It's a foul, isn't it? You know, so that should be able to be looked at. Which I don't get it personally, because I feel like.
No.
But either way, how do you think? I mean, how are you feeling now overall in terms of this start of the season? Because when we look at the table now, 2 points off Chelsea. I
thought it looked like a sort of a tough start. I thought that first game it was a long game.
Oh yeah.
I think if we play Spurs now away, we'd beat them 5-0. So we were just a bit unlucky with that. I went to the 2-5-0s at home, and you know, it was nice football and this time. Southampton, I'm not sure, it just went quiet. It
was a weird game, wasn't it? One of those days, I think, where just too many players.
Nothing really happened. Yeah, and then I was pessimistic against Chelsea. I thought,
I think everyone was, man.
Good form, and Tuchel's got the hex on us. I went all to watch us not play well. So, oh God, and we were absolutely immense. Just what a performance! 1-11. It was just great.
Do you think that, like, we were good against PSG and Liverpool, but that Chelsea game was so intense that has to take a little bit out of the team, doesn't it? It has to, surely, because it was so intense. Yeah,
of course, absolutely. And then PSG, and then you've got Messi, and you know, you watched him at the Etihad, and he's a genius. Absolute genius. You give him an inch at the edge of your box, the goal goes in. It's as simple as that.
I think we forget sometimes that like world class players can just make other players look silly, even if they're world class or not. Like I remember seeing this clip years ago. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it, but it's where it's got like Thuram, Desailly, Leboeuf, and all these great French players talking about Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, and they're talking about the marveling of how brilliant he is and how they can't stop him because he's that good. And these are world class players saying that who went on to win a World Cup anyway as well. But I guess the point I'm making there is like, Messi and Salah are like that. They are. You could stop them 9 times out of 10 and win it, but they only need one chance to get away with you. The problem is when they do that, they're such bloody good finishers that they're going to score, aren't they? So all you can do is limit those chances and hope for the best to an extent. Because it was the same with Aguero. He did it to other teams, and now Salah will do it to you as well. And that's like it's almost like it is. Yeah, defend better. But it's almost an element, in my opinion, just going, they're just fucking good. Like, what can you do?
No. You watch the goal, and to be fair, you play away at Anfield, and they had to score 2 good goals. Really, really good goals. Because our defending is pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
And that's only 3 goals in the league in 7 games. That's not bad going.
Well, especially considering who we played as well. Leicester away, Spurs away, Chelsea away, Liverpool away. That's really impressive, I would say.
No. I mean, I think in your chat you were saying, some of these hard games are out the way, and it's the 3rd of October. So there you go. We've got every chance to sort of come back strong when they come to us.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ash, it's a pleasure, mate. Where about you? Are you based in Manchester? Yeah.
Anyway,
I lost you then. What did it say? I didn't hear that.
And I live in Gatley.
Okay.
By the way, Stephen, you and Nicola, awesome, and I've loved your channel. I've loved it from the start, and thanks for everything because you, especially when we win, this channel makes my day. So thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Ash, by the way, said you and Nicola are awesome. It's really appreciated. He's top, mate. Honestly, like. I that means a lot. People don't realize like I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I always feel that way. But I lost my temper in the stream today to watch like voice because I'm only human, like every now and then it'll get to me like especially when it's nonsense and it's not fair. But like honestly, those comments that might Ash, you're a legend, mate. Honestly, I really appreciate that.
And just one piece of advice, Stephen: trolls are trolls are trolls are trolls. Ignore them. You do so much for us. You do so much for us. That you are a legend in our eyes. So
you right back at you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And no, I usually just ignore them, but when I'm hungover, so I'm just tired. So I was like, so like occasionally you just snap. Like I don't feel that bad. I don't really did anything wrong really. But Nicola jumped in and blocked him anyway after because Nicola's there. Like she knows when to save me. Thank you, the wife. But anyway, mate, I'll catch you in a bit. I'm gonna get on my lemon on if that's all right. But big legend, mate. Good. Come on next time. Good to chat to you. I really enjoyed that.
Will
catch
do.
you in a bit, mate. See you later.
Bye, Stephen.
Well, what a guy. That is my kind of guy. I'm going to get Molemo in the chat as well. What an absolute legend Ash is. As is this fella here. Molemo, man. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Oh, man, I'm good. How are you?
Exasperated.
How are you?
What a week of football. The quality of football that we witnessed this week has been ridiculous, hasn't it? Genuinely. Just overall.
It's crazy. Like, at the end of the season, we'll look back and just think that we had Chelsea, PSG, and Liverpool away in the same week, which is just absolute nuts. It's crazy.
And we came out looking the better team in pretty much all those games. That's fucking unreal. Like genuinely, that's unreal, isn't it, man? That's like we have to look at the positives, don't we? Because otherwise, what's the point? Like, and I think there's loads. I think there is.
Yeah, I know. But then, like, I feel like today's game was the one where I wasn't calm.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, that must have been. I wasn't either, to be honest.
I was raging. Yo.
You don't get upset on Malera. What's this nonsense? If you're raging, man, the world's done you wrong. What happened? Why are you so upset?
I don't know. I think like the Liverpool game is the one that actually just gets me pumped up.
Same.
Yeah, no. So it reminds me back before the fans were actually before the lockdown period actually. Like the previous game, like it's these small decisions. Like these small decisions proved to be critical from the referee, and then today's game. I just thought that something bad is bound to happen after all of the poor decisions from the ref.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's always
and
the way,
during
isn't
the
it?
half, exactly, yeah, and during halftime, I was speaking to my friend, like, oh, he's a Liverpool fan. I'm like, after all of this, you guys are going to score, and we will just sit here and be like, it's a textbook City game, and the thing is that we were managed to fight back twice, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, man, but then I was cussing, I was doing all these things, which is just crazy.
Man, I did not associate that with you at all, but I love it. I mean, I love that in a way that because that's what football does to us. You can be the calmest person in the world, and I consider myself pretty calm as well. But sometimes you just get to you, doesn't it? But that's the beauty of it at the same time. And you kind of feel alive with those games, don't you? They really do. They test you.
If I was a City player, I was gonna get a red card. Like if I was a City player in those type of games, I'd be benched.
Do you know what? I actually on the football pitch is like people associate me as a person as relatively calm and stuff. On a football pitch, I'm quite aggressive. I'm a bit Bernardo-esque that way. I can't help it. I get because Bernardo's a little bit aggressive, I would say, on the pitch. Like he's ratty and aggressive, and he's emotional.
And he enjoys the Liverpool. He
loves it, man. Well. How good was he today, Bernardo? Ridiculous.
That was my first outrage. After Foden couldn't take the chance, I was like, imagine how crazy that goal would have been had Foden actually slotted it, because around 3 players, he managed to turn all of them around. And the best part is that he left Virgil on his feet. Like, that's just the perfect goal against Liverpool. But, oh man, you can't have it all your own way. So
no, he was robbed of an all-time assist there, wasn't he? Genuinely, like that it's just so annoying that just becomes a key pass in a statistic. But in fact, it should be the kind of one that we talk about. I saw someone tweet about the Bruyne is against Stoke where he passed about 7 people out the game. It was that level of brilliance, but in a different kind of way. And he should be down. I mean, if that goes in, it's on the goal of the month. It's on match of the day as a goal of the month and all this kind of stuff. And everyone's talking about it because of the assist, not because of the finish, which would have been straightforward. But either way, Bernardo.
Do you know what that reminded me of actually? You remember the home game against Dortmund when Foden missed a lot of chances, and then when he finally scored, he wasn't actually as happy as he should have been.
He was relieved, but he was angry at himself,
Yeah, so like after that, I feel like, but he played good. Like actually, everybody that I actually like cussed at, they actually ended up doing something good. I was there, Foden scored the goal. I was like, I'm sorry, Foden. De Bruyne, I was like, De Bruyne as well. I was like, come on, De Bruyne, wake up, cussing. He scores. I'm like, I'm sorry, De Bruyne.
Also, we need you on the sidelines, man. We need you on the sidelines. That's what we're saying. Get on the plane to Manchester.
I've been apologizing. Also, Rodri, that block was insane. I mean, like, it's crazy because the ball got stuck under Fabinho's foot, which actually bought him time. But then the fact that he got there, it's just crazy.
Yeah, no, it was Rodri at the moment is ridiculous, isn't he? He's just ridiculous. He's really found his best form. So go on, what are you gonna say?
Oh no, I was going to say. You remember I told you I wonder how Grealish was going to respond after the PSG game.
Yeah,
and I was just I'm still interested to see how this is going to end. But as Pep said, we signed him for 6 years. Not 6 games. So
I think we've seen a selection of performances now where Grealish, where he's had some good games, some quiet games, and some kind of indifferent ones. But I think that's fine because then you've got essentially now they've got the footage now to go through all his games. And the analysts can pull out what he's done really well, what he needs to do better, and he's still learning the role. So there's no cause for concern there. You obviously want your £100 million player, which is a lot of money, to come in and absolutely explode and be incredible. But it doesn't really matter how good you are. Look at Messi's slow start at PSG up until he scored that goal. This is Messi in an easy league, and he's had a slow start there. So the points I guess I'm making is that we just have to be patient with Grealish. We all know his quality. He'll find his role in this team. Might be an element where he's just trying to do what Foden did when he broke into the team, where he's keeping it a bit simple, trying to be a little bit like respectful to his teammates, and he probably needs a bit more of an ego, actually, to just try and run the game on his own. But that comes with time once you find your system, doesn't it? Hopefully, he just needs a bit of time.
Foden left Milner for dead. It was crazy. It reminded me of the Matty Cash versus Foden in that Aston Villa game where Matty Cash got a red card, where every time you're just getting in behind. And Klopp did the right thing by taking him off because.
Oh yeah, well he should have been off, and Foden was.
He should have been off. Oh, that was when I lost it actually. It's where that second yellow that was supposed to be a second yellow. That was. I lost it.
I don't understand how mistakes like that can be made. It doesn't feel. It almost feels so amateurish that it should be unacceptable. You know, in terms of like, I don't want people to lose their jobs, but it should be like they should be refereeing in the Premier League for a couple of games after that.
Exactly.
Because it's that bad. I literally don't want to cancel any referees because I can't be arsed with that. People make mistakes, but it's that bad. It's almost like if it's. I can't think the equivalent of what I could do in my job because this is just stupid. But it's that bad that it's like. Mate, you should be getting a disciplinary for that or something because it's shocking. It's like it's purely amateur stuff, man. Like
man. Like you could also argue that you see, as I said, like these fine margins, they actually decide where a game is going to go. And
of course they do.
You could actually even argue that Salah doesn't score that brilliant goal if Milner has a red card because what if they try to adjust to the fact that they're 10 men? So like. You could just wonder what if, but then like they took it away from us, and it's bad enough that you're playing against Liverpool at Anfield. Now the referee is making them is doing favors for them.
It's ridiculous, mate.
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
oh no, I'm gonna get on to Louis if that's all right, pal. But it's been a pleasure chatting to you as always. And you can stop cussing now. It's fine. See you in a bit, mate.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. What a legend. What a legend indeed. I'm gonna go to Louis, who's waiting on StreamYard as well here. How you doing, man? You good?
Jesus, what a game!
What a game indeed, mate. What a game indeed. That was ridiculous, wasn't it?
3 or 4 words. Sorry, just had some food. The response of champions.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the response of champions. I don't think I've ever seen us play against Liverpool at Anfield, especially since Pep's come in and done something like that. Because normally when it's 1-0, I'm thinking they're going to get a lucky second, which should be a dodgy offside call, but they'll get it. And then score a freakish, brilliant third goal, and then we get a late one.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like, literally, I was shocked. Like, I was literally thinking, I was processing, like, right, we're 1-0 down. How are we supposed to do this? And after, like, Foden, I remember him, I can't remember if it was to Rodri or someone, but he literally said, like a long ball to him, he's saying, like, calm down.
Yeah.
And for Foden to do that at the age he's at, that takes courage and stature. And I think he knows he's got it now. And
Foden's it could be an all-time great.
It's ridiculous. I thought, last season, I thought, yeah, he's one of the best young players in the world. But now with that response, like how he played today, especially after the misses he had in the first half, that second half was.
He loves it at Anfield, Foden, doesn't he, by the way? He loves Anfield. And do you know how impressive it is, by the way? And you know this anyway, but how impressive it is to actually turn up at the big rounds. Like, that is what makes a great player. They turn up at big games. They don't turn up against Aston Villa or Watford or Newcastle. They turn up against Liverpool, and they turn up against teams like Chelsea, and they turn up against PSG or Dortmund. This is where the great players turn up. And that's what Foden does already. Like, he's destined for greatness, isn't he? He really is.
Yeah, Foden's just one of those ones. It's just like it's Liverpool at Anfield. Okay, I'll just think of it as like playing another game. It's like what you said. It's just remarkable how he's just so composed, and I think he's going to be one of the best players within the next 2, maybe 3 years now.
I think he might be already. I think he's one of the best attackers in the Premier League already. He just is. Like, I think he is. He's one of our best players, and we're one of the best teams in the world. He's not the best team in the world, you know. So I think he honestly is in that conversation. I think he's up there with your Mbappe's. I think he is. That's my personal opinion. I genuinely think he's a special talent. I can't prove it, but I think honestly. He's going to show it. He's going to show it because he keeps doing that against the best teams. At what point do we say he's one of the best players? You know, like it's not rare, is it, for him? That's the thing.
I think because it's Man City. If he was at United, because I think if Greenwood did a performance like that, like people would be saying, "My God, how sick is he?"
No, you're right. He's almost normalised his brilliance already, which is crazy. But
Yeah.
but Foden. Oh, I love that he's ours as well, and I love that he's. And the best thing about Foden as well is you can absolutely tell, like, there's certain players that if they scored that goal today in that situation, they'd be dancing away, doing a little jig and whatever. Foden was frustrated with himself for finally scoring. He's a winner. He's a winner, isn't he? He was absolutely.
Yeah.
He was like frustration.
I was hoping when he scored that goal. Do you remember the one Sane scored in 20?
Yeah.
No, like
2019.
January.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I remember it well.
No, when he scored at Anfield. Do you remember that goal?
Yeah, shit. Sorry, yeah, when he jinked in and out, yeah.
I was hoping Foden scores his goal and he goes to Anfield and he's just like, come on.
You think he hasn't got the ego? That's it. He's just like, I want to win, crack on, and he's like more like I've not been. I love his attitude. It's pure focus. Like, he's a killer. He's a genuine killer in terms of his focus. He has such a high level of himself. He doesn't do taunts or showy celebrations, which are great fun for his worth. He's just pure passion. Like, I mean, my thumbnail for my match reaction. If you see the thumbnail for it, if you see Phil Foden's.
I was listening to reaction on the Sky Sports, and they were just saying Go on. What was your reaction to it?
No, I was just saying, if you see the thumbnail of Foden's celebration, and it's pure. Like, I might even be able to bring it on screen right now, but I probably can't actually. But when you search, I'll let you just find the celebration. But you see it. It's like it's pure, utter, like, it's relief, it's aggression, it's emotion. I love it. He just ultimately. I'm going to download the picture now, and I'll bring it onto the screen so everyone can see it. But this is the celebration here, and it might jump over us for a second, but I apologise. I'll make it smaller again. But this is Foden's reaction. Oh, sorry, I've lost everyone here. I've lost Robbie getting back on. Louis getting back on screen. But that's Foden's celebration there, and as everyone can see, I'll play it over me now. It's just immense. It's absolutely immense. You know, like, he's just going wild for it, and it's just aggression in his face, and I love it. It's just relief, and I love that celebration. I've accidentally made you smaller there in the chat. I'll make it bigger again. Sorry. But overall, man, how has that week been for you? Are you happy with what you've seen this week for City?
Yeah, brilliant. Its performances were like top notch, and the fact that it was consistent. I don't know what the run-in is for the Premier League and the Champions League for the quarters and semis, but I don't think we'll have a harder 3 games in 1 week than we've had this week.
No, I agree.
Two of them, this one included, and PSG. The decisions for us were especially today. I tweeted it after the game. If those moments that happened to Milner, if that happened to, like, say, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, or Ruben Diaz, I think they were the only 3 on the yellow card at that point.
Yeah.
No, I think Bernardo got the yellow card after the protests. And I think if it was any of those 3, they did something like that, they get a second yellow.
No, I agree.
No, because I remember seeing it last season, and I didn't realise it at the time, but I saw someone posted, this is the head of the PGML, like Mike Riley, and he had I remember it so vividly, because I hate United to bits, and he had like that the complete bias for United against Arsenal, where they stopped their unbeaten run at Old Trafford. And how many chances how many fouls United had on Arsenal. And when it happened to Arsenal, Gilberto Silva, Vieira, Perez, Henry, Bergkamp, Reyes, like all the players, like back then, I was just like, are you for real? And we got that as our main guy now.
It's mad, isn't it, man? It's mad.
It's shocking, and it's like he's probably going with the history of the Premier League, the history of football in England. And so when it happens I would not expect Anthony Taylor to be the referee at Old Trafford.
No.
Is it in November?
Yeah, start November, yeah. So it's only a few weeks away.
I'd be surprised if Anthony Taylor referees that game and he gives some 50-50. I would not be surprised.
Mate, I wouldn't either.
Bookmark this and just put it as a clip. before the preview. But
No, we all know it's going to happen, mate. We all know it's going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's just like, I literally was like, for like 3-4 minutes after Milner should have been sent off and him having involvement in the goal, like trying to get it out for a throw in and whatnot. And I was just like,
it's ridiculous.
I think that's the next thing with VAR they should do now. And I think IFAB should, like, the international football, like, I think the next thing,
go for it.
They should have the clear and obvious, if you're on a yellow and there's another yellow booking. I think that's the next stage in VAR. Whether they do it as a trial at the World Cup next year.
I agree, actually. I think in general, like, I don't see any reason why, if you're on a yellow and it's a yellow, I know it's a yellow kind of amnesty, but in general, when it comes to being a red card, I don't see the difference. It's a red card offence, potentially, so it doesn't make any sense to me. It feels like a weird loophole. It doesn't need to be there, but it is what it is. Louis, mate, I'm going to have to get on to someone else if that's all right, just because I've got to have my tea because I'm starving. So, but it's been great chatting to you as always, mate. But I'm going to get on to Scott because I know he's waiting around. And also, I'm just, Nicola's hungry and I'm hungry, so we're going to have to get some dinner soon. She's shouting in the background. Catch you very soon, mate. See you in a bit.
Take care, man.
What a legend. I'm going to get to Scott now. And then Syed as well. I'll get to you very shortly too, mate. I can see you waiting as well. Let me bring Scott in. Big Denemy energy always. Hello, big Denemy energy, man. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfectly, loud and clear. You well?
Oh yeah, doing well. Recovering from COVID, feeling better.
Oh, that's good to hear. Any? Have you got your taste and all that kind of stuff? Are you okay?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was lucky. I
good.
could not imagine losing my taste and whatnot.
No could I.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I wouldn't want. Just don't lose my taste, man. I bloody love food. Nicola's got me right food in. She's her proudest accomplishment. She's very happy.
Oh, could not imagine. But yeah, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Wish that game ended a little bit differently, but I'm pretty satisfied with the results. So
how are you feeling with this week then? I mean, what is score this week out of 10 for us then? Like, how are you feeling it went?
The way the team played, I'd say it, like, honestly, the way we performed, the results I wouldn't say would be a 10. I mean, it wouldn't be as high as what I'm going to say for the way that we played. I'd say the way we played, I'd say at least like a 9. Because honestly, I think we played brilliantly the past 3 games. We played well today. I think we should have gotten the result. We should have gotten a result against PSG. I think we played out of our minds then, and the stats backed it up. And then obviously against Chelsea, we played great as well. So I think I'm feeling pretty confident moving forward. Obviously now we have the international break, which kind of sucks because it's right when we were starting to get
of course, yeah.
But, I mean, overall, we'll say results and the way we played, I'd say an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's probably be fair. I mean, some people might go to like a 7 or something like that, but either way, it's been more than good. I think it's been it's not been a perfect week, but it's been a very good week at least, I would say. I mean, I think Pep will be happy. I think genuinely he will be. I think the players will be like, we did ourselves proud. I think they will be sat there going, what more could we really ask for? I mean, obviously they want to win, but I think you have to be realistic about your expectations and goals, don't you? Because you can't win every game. But what you can do is play well, and you didn't lose in the Premier League. We didn't lose any game that matters. And the PSG game we lost, but we didn't lose it. You know, we haven't lost the Champions League or anything like that. Yeah,
for sure. I think that's totally accurate. Yeah, I think today we just didn't get lucky on some calls. I think, you know, maybe some players could have taken a first chance, but they still played out of their minds. So I think we definitely had a good week as far as City goes.
I saw someone say online that if you were to choose a win, draw, and a loss from each of these games, it probably would have been these exact fixtures. Like the losses, you choose it against PSG if you have to. The win, there's something to be said for beating Chelsea as a revenge, you know, because they were clear favourites for the Premier League apparently. And the draw away at Anfield is just like, well, yeah, of course you take a draw away at Anfield. So it's almost like you'd obviously want to win, but I think I'd rather a win at Chelsea than a win at Anfield. Personally, I think something about beating Chelsea is more important than beating Liverpool, but not losing Liverpool. Is that fair?
No, I think so, definitely, 100%. Because just the way that people were saying, you know, Tuchel had Pep figured out and stuff, I didn't think was the case. I think, you know, every game we play, you know, Chelsea's a top tier team as well, so you know it's just going to be a battle no matter what. And they came out a couple times. I mean, we had a win last season against them, and we got the better of them this season so far. So, I think that's an important stamp to make so that people don't keep saying that and trying to put that out there.
Scott, is it dead, the Anfield fear now? Is it gone? Because we didn't look scared of Anfield today, in my opinion. Our last couple of results are favourable now in City's favour, draw and a win and so on. Is that Anfield thing just not a thing anymore? Have we put it to bed finally?
Yeah, I think, the way that, right now, just the way our team is, I think we can go into any stadium and compete with any team. And I think if the confidence is there that we can do it, I definitely think the past couple games, though, at Anfield, we've been playing really well. It was at Anfield last season when Foden was that at Anfield when we took them to town?
4-1, yeah. It was like 1-0 after 60 minutes, but then we went through the gears, and Foden was amazing and got the assist for Bernardo. I think it was it Bernardo? I can't remember. And obviously scored his goal as well when he skinned Robertson and put it in the top corner. So yeah, there was only last season that, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Anfield. I think we can go into any stadium, like I said, but yeah, I think Anfield. I think it's Liverpool. We just love competing with them. I think we see them as the major competitors in the league right now. And it's been that way for a couple of years now. So I think, when you're playing against the other top team, you're going to be excited to go play. As a player, at least, I'd hope that's how they are. And I think that they've been up to that task lately.
And now, obviously, the international break, which is, I think it's well timed. Actually, I think I'm ready for an international break because it's been a stressful week, hasn't it? So, I think I'm ready for. Obviously, you kind of want to carry on, but I think the players probably need just a week or two to not think about Man City, and then we come back with a bunch of fixtures which are 10 times more manageable on paper. Obviously, we know it doesn't work that way. But so far, this start of the season, we have to say we're favourites for the Premier League, right? Is that fair, or is that not? Is that too early to say that?
No, I'd say that's fair. I definitely always think that we're favorites. So yeah, I think that we're definitely in the position that we want to be in. We're giving ourselves a chance to definitely. Last season we were way down in the mid-table at the beginning of the season. So I think this year we've got it going. We're scoring goals. It's not like we're having a bunch of 0-0 draws or anything. So
yeah.
I think we're definitely putting ourselves in position, and I think we're going to do good. Everybody seems to keep kind of freaking out for a little bit, but you guys just got to keep faith, and it's a 90-minute game, and things are going to happen eventually for us. We have quality on almost every part of the pitch, so
that's prescient and wise words there, man, and that's probably a good way to end it if that's all right. I'm going to get to Syed, and then we're going to get to it, but it's a pleasure chatting to you, mate, and I'm genuinely glad you're feeling better. It's good to hear that, because it's been
Thank you,
hopefully you're in the clear now for a while. You've had your dose and you've had your fucking COVID. You should be all right now, fingers crossed. I'm glad it worked, so catch you in a bit, mate. See you later. What an absolute legend. I'm going to go to Syed. Hopefully he's there. I'm not sure if he is or not. I'll let me get him on and see if he can hear me or see me. Otherwise, my mic is mute. I'll bring him in and see if he can hear or see me. I'm coming to you, mate. Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm tired after this week of football, but it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for joining. I just saw you become a patron, haven't you? I think you absolute legend.
No problem. I've been a fan of your channel for about 3 years. You've done an amazing job, and whatever the result has been, you've always made our day. And
mate, I don't deserve that. I genuinely. You're all too sweet. I'm very tired today, so when I'm tired, I get emotional. So thank you. How do you pronounce your first name? I want to make sure I get it right.
Syed.
Is it Syed? Yeah. Okay. Where are you calling from as well, man?
I'm in America.
Oh, that's whereabouts in America?
Maryland.
Okay.
It's near DC.
Okay. Oh, nice. And what time is it over there? Is it a decent time? I can't remember.
It's 3:04.
Oh, okay, so it's all right. It's not too bad, man. It's relatively. You watched it at a good time then for once. Midday game
11:30.
Yeah, nice and early for you, man. And how are you feeling after that? What do you make of the game? Are you content? Are you upset? Are you frustrated?
I feel amazing.
Go on, I love it. Amazing.
Yeah.
But why are you amazing, man?
Because we've technically played 3 of the best teams in the world this weekend. Honestly, we've demolished all of them. In my opinion, because we should have, if it wasn't for Foden, if it wasn't for took our chances properly, this game we could have got a result. And everyone knows how the PSG game went, and we had a lot of chances and we just didn't take them. But I mean, yeah, it was a good week. We've played well, and yeah, I think we are favorites for the league because we've technically played like all the big teams, and United are just being United right now. So I think I think
bless him. Forever United.
yeah,
Aren't they?
I think we're favorites for the league, and God knows where we're gonna go in UCL. So
Oh mate, like I think you're right to feel positive for what it's worth. I mean, what I like about it is there's an element of like we've had a really good week, but there's also been plenty of areas that we can improve, and it's sometimes good to learn these lessons because it shows that you can't you can't take your focus off it. You can't be anything less than 100%, and it kind of sort of shows that what we already know, we do need a striker. Whether what we need some form of solution. I don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to come from within the ranks that we've already got? Is it going to come from a signing? I don't know, but the point is, if anyone had any doubts whatsoever, it's been answered, hasn't it, over the past week? Because Chelsea, we got what we deserved. PSG, we didn't, and that's probably because we were wasteful in front of goal. And I'd say today as well. In another day, if we have a striker with the quality that are Messi or Salah, because they had these world-class strikers. If we have a world-class striker, which I seem like Manchester City should have, we probably win 3 games out of 3, don't we? And so there's almost something to be said for like knowing that. So it's almost like Pep can go in January, don't mess around, get to work, try and get you something.
Yeah, that's what my gut says as well.
I think
we'll sign a striker in January. I think it's going to be. I just we have a connection with Benfica, so I feel like it's Darwin Núñez season. Yeah.
Have you watched much of him, man? I'll be honest, I haven't. I did a little bit for a video.
I watched the Barcelona game a little in midweek, and he did finish his chance. Yeah, so he's decent. I think he'll improve us, and he's quite tall, so he can win headers as well.
It'd be nice to have someone who can head because we're wasting a lot of headed chances at the moment. They're falling to people who just can't head the ball, like De Bruyne, Foden, so on.
That one header De Bruyne had. That one header that De Bruyne had was.
Let's talk about De Bruyne because I know we've talked really positively about a lot of things on this Fan View Live so far, but De Bruyne is in weird form at the moment. How are you feeling about it? What's your general take on De Bruyne at the moment?
I have a feeling that De Bruyne isn't fully fit right now.
Okay.
It's because, and like Gundogan, he's injured as well, so we really don't have any options. So I feel like Kev isn't fully fit, but still, I mean, he got us the goal today, and he did create some chances. So I think he had an all right game, but yeah, I don't think he's fully fit. But once he does get fit, then we all know the player that Kev can become. So
that's the thing, isn't it? Even when he's not playing well, he tends to create chances still because he's still like a bad Kev is still a better passer than 99% of footballers, and he still sees things that others don't. Or I mean, today a little bit lucky with the goal, but I kind of think we are right to keep trying to play him through this form, mainly because I don't think there's that many other options in midfield at the moment. Really, we could play Foden there maybe or whatever, or Grealish there, but I don't think they're necessarily a better bet than hoping KDB get back to his best, because I think there is value in that, isn't there? As opposed to sitting him on the bench. And he's in a weird bit of form. I think you're right. I think there's fitness there. I hope it's not a permanent fitness issue in terms of like he's just changed because of injuries. But we don't know the answer to that until time, really, do we? We just have to see where we're at in a month or two. And I think even a month or so, a couple of months, we're starting the same questions, and we're like, oh, that's a bit worrying. But right now, I think we just have to. Just hope that he just needs 6, 7, 8 games to get back to fitness. Who stood out for you today other than KDB? Like, who was the main man for you?
I think it's a tie between Bernardo and Rodri, because that one chance that Bernardo created where he just put everyone on the ground, it was just unreal. If Foden made that goal, then that probably would have been goal of the season for like the Premier League. And Rodri, I think he just deserves the same amount of recognition just for the block that he had, because we could have been genuinely talking about a loss right now if it wasn't for Rodri, and like that block was just game changing. So I think it was Bernard. Rodri has just been unreal since he came back from injury. Like all of the 3 games we've played this week, he's been probably been contention for man of the match. So yeah, I think it's Bernardo and Rodri for me.
What do you think? I mean, did Bernardo already have this? Was it just a case that a patience, or do you think something's changed for Rodri? Because I think he's had good spells before, but this is on another level. I think, really, is it? What do you put it down to personally?
I think he's just learned like last season that like if he doesn't because like we all saw like in the Champions League final, Pep didn't play a holding midfielder, so like he probably just learned like where he needs to improve. So like I think he just like got motivation, and yeah, he's definitely been succeeding that CDM role for the start of the season.
He's the main man now, definitely, and I think he might
Yeah.
even help as well that he's got a definite partner alongside him. I think you can't break that up now, can you? I think it's too perfect. Bernardo and Rodri,
No.
it's like we used to hate it when it was Rodri and Fernandinho because it was too defensively orientated. But Bernardo defends, but does that as well. What we saw today, so like it's almost like a perfect balance, isn't it? Because Bernardo physical, Rodri small. Sorry, Rodri physical, but Bernardo small and wiry and gets around everywhere, and it's just so balanced. I mean, if we do get KDB back to form, you've got a perfect midfielder, haven't you, in terms of balance? And I never really thought we'd see it. So usually when we used to play KDB and Bernardo together, it didn't quite work, but this does work.
Yeah.
It's just KDB's form's not there, so I don't think it's a balance thing, is it? It's just a form thing. As well, defensively, what was your take on the goal? The goals for Liverpool defensively, was it we were a bit let down there, or was it just one of those things? Where were you at with the defending?
I feel like the first goal was just like I don't know if it was just a counter attack, and I don't know if we could have done better. But the second goal, like, I mean, it was genius from Salah, but I think it was Cancelo that was a little like he could have done a little better. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it happens. Liverpool were one of the best teams in the world, so I mean, I think a point is pretty good, and our defense has. I mean, like from the past years, we always went like. And whenever we had a game against Liverpool, it was like, oh, this is gonna be an L. Our defense wasn't that good, but like people don't realize our defense has never been as good as it is right now.
It's incredible right now, isn't it? It really is incredible.
Yeah, it's one of
it's
like I saw. I don't know if you said it or like someone said, but like I think we have conceded the least goals in the Prem, tied with Chelsea. So
our defense at the table now.
Pretty...
Premier League table.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. We've conceded 3 goals in 7 games, and that takes in Leicester,
2 of them
Spurs,
were today.
Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, and then Norwich and someone else, Southampton. But either way, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We played. I mean, regardless of what you think of Arsenal, they are still a team that we had. You know, like they're still a team traditionally with a big name. Seeing the goal against Arsenal is not a bad thing. Leicester, one of the best teams in the country. Spurs, you know, we always concede against them. Spurs are Spurs, and then obviously Liverpool and Chelsea. I mean, 3 goals. It's just in the hardest run of fixtures we'll have probably in the Premier League all season. Like, that's insane, isn't it? It's fantastic. And as well, of course, 2 points behind now, Chelsea. That's a good place to be in, isn't it? Do you think we've put down a bit of a marker this week? You know, should we feel confident going forward?
I think we should feel confident because we've went away to Stamford Bridge. We went to Anfield, 2 of the toughest grounds, and we made an amazing performance. And same for PSG, regardless of the result. So I feel like the teams are a little bit more scared now. So yeah, I think we're favorites for the Premier League.
Syed, mate, that's a good place to end it if you don't mind, because I'm going to get some dinner because I'm starving. But that was an emotionally draining game of football. It's been a pleasure to meet you, mate. And I'll do the goodbyes while you're on here with me. Guys, thank you to everyone who's come on, and of course to Syed as well, and Sam and Ash and Scott and Louis as well. You're all absolute legends. For now, though, don't forget to go watch the match reaction if you want to. Big love to this guy next to me for coming on. Don't forget as well, you can get involved in the next one if you want to via Patreon or YouTube members. For now, though, that was tiring, but I think it's been a good week. I think it's over. This week of hell is over. And do you know what? We came out looking pretty strong, in my personal opinion. See you later, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching in a bit, and have a wonderful evening.